Hello. Okay, I think I'm audible. Allow me some time. So I want to like particularly. So, hello, good evening. Hello everyone. So I'm just waiting to have you all into the live right now. Today we are going to start the fundamentals of Node.js, right? So with that, yeah, okay, cool. So I want to see your excitement about Node.js first. So I wanna have a look directly in the chat box. So just share your excitement with me in the chat box by typing Node.js. Today we'll have a look onto the Node.js fundamentals and all. Right? Are you excited? Right? I think my screen is visible to you all, right? Ah, cool. Hello. Good evening. So we'll start in a while. So I'm just figuring out few things on the live. Yeah, just show your excitement about Node.js by typing Node. Cool. So I hope all of you are excited, right? Good evening. Allow me some time. Am I clearly audible? Okay, cool. So yeah, yesterday we have seen the React.js, which is a library and front-end framework uh, for developing web pages and web applications. So today we are going to have a look onto the backend things. Means Node.js, right? Now, what is Node? We'll see today what is Node, what is they express, because upcoming 3 days, 3 or 2 days are like we are only going to learn this Node.js, MongoDB, and Express. Okay, as this was the full stack workshop, so we have seen the basics of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, also the React.js, and from today we are starting the Node.js, MongoDB, and Express. So we'll move ahead step by step. Okay. So I think my screen is visible to you all, and I can see your chats as well. So I want you to respond into the chat box, okay? Because I'll be going to ask some of the questions meanwhile the session, right? So how many have you heard of Node.js before? Just show your reactions or like type into the chat box so we can move ahead. Okay, cool. So I'm on the website nodejs.org. It's the official website of Node.js. So Node.js is like a free and open source cross platform where JavaScript uh, runtime environment. With this, we can create server web applications and different tools. So there are some examples they have given on their website, like this is to create a HTTP server and all. But as we are going to start with very basics and fundamentals, so I will say if you have VS Code installed, then it's good. But today I'll use WebStorm. I'm going to start my WebStorm ID, and we are going to create a new project today. The project name will be Node.js Workshop. I hope it's visible to you all. Node.js workshop. Okay, so I'm going to create it, and it's a blank project right now. So I'm not going to use any boilerplate and all. But yeah, let me show you how we can do that. But before moving forward, you'll need to understand few things about Node.js. See, Node.js is a runtime environment which runs on a V8 engine, which also a same engine to in into our Chrome browser. And Node.js has different advantages to use, right? We can create very RESTful APIs. The framework of Node.js called Express, and we can also have the server-side applications and server-side like application scripts and everything uh, built and deployed the Node.js itself. So as I mentioned yesterday, we'll need to understand npm. So what is npm? Npm is a node package manager. Okay, node package manager. In each programming language and each language, which what we used to do, we used to import some of the libraries or packages in our program or in our project to just to build or to just to use anything or any pre-written function. So same like that, we also have this node package manager over here, and this package managers has a lot of dependencies and libraries built in like published on it in the open source. So you can even uh, type any library name over here and we can figure it out. Like, okay, so if I'm saying uh, weather, so weather API or tracker, everything, well, like, okay, so we can take uh, the datetime APIs and different packages we can have on npm.js. But yeah, this is not the only one thing. We can even build our own modules and packages in the Node.js directly. So for starting with Node.js, you'll need to come on to the nodejs.org, go to the download page and download the Node.js version for your operating system, whether it's Mac, Windows, or Linux. Just download it, and once you are done with it, it will automatically install the npm as well, which is the package manager. The both will work uh, in our Node.js project, right? So now I have created a project over here, and this is the blank directory we are having over here. So we are going to do everything into this folder only. Yeah, I'm going to start the terminal. In the VS Code, you can find the terminal over there. So now I'll write the command npm init. Okay, so then it's asking for the package name, means your project name or something. So I just want this Node.js workshop as my project name. So I'm just typing into the version of this is same. The description of project is uh, a sample app tutorial, and the entry point of our project will be index.js. So we are using index.js only for our server. We don't want this command. We don't have a Git repository for now. Some of the keywords, okay, tutorial, Node, JavaScript. Okay, so these are the three. Author, I'll write my name, then license, it as MIT, and then it's okay. So it's okay. So I'll type yes, and now our project is created, right? It will automatically create a package.json file for our project. So you can see there's a package.json file has been got created, right? Okay. So this package.json file will have everything uh, about our server and right. So if I'm running this command, so it's gonna return this error no test specified. So it's returning over here, right? So whatever the scripts we are going to add over there, those will work into our runtime environment. So I'll create a file index.js. So see, as we run our JavaScript into the Chrome browser in console, so that is particularly only runs into that Chrome browser environment, right? But when we are having the Node.js environment installed in our system, so we will be able to uh, use this JavaScript, right, and into our local machine. So I have an example. I'll open my terminal. So now the terminal is open. You can check node hyphen v. So it will show the node version, which is 2020, right? 20.5.1, and npm version. It's a 10.8.2. Okay, so both of the things are installed into the system. So if I'm typing node and starting the environment of node, so right now we are into the environment of node, and if I'm writing a command console.log, and if I'm printing hello world, this is how you can write the hello world or print the hello world into the Node.js, right? So it's printed right now. I can even do the mathematical operation and anything into this because this is JavaScript, right? But I can't use the client side functions such as alert. So if I'm using alert and saying hello, so it's it's returning me that the alert is not defined because the client side functions will not gonna work over here. Okay. So this JavaScript is running in runtime into the local machine, which has the ability to access our file system and many more things, right? So once you installed the Node.js into your system, you'll be able to access this via terminal and via your Node environment. So yeah, we have created a file called index.js. Now in this index.js, we are going to like write our Node.js code. So first, I'm writing a code console.log hello world. So we'll print hello world today. So you can see right now I'm in the terminal. I'll clear it this one, and I'm going to run this file. So for running this file, going to use that command node index.js. You can see. So once I'm running the file or the command over there, so you can see it's returning me hello world. Okay. So this is the command to run a Node.js file or a program. Okay. So again, we'll do some other things, right? We'll add some of the variables and we'll do an operation. So apart from them, this everything is JavaScript, right? So let a equal to 10, b equal to 20, c equal to a plus b, and now we'll console the a plus console dot log c. So it should return 30. You can see it's returning 30. Okay. So this is how we can write code into a Node.js file. It's a normal JavaScript file, but it's running into the Node.js runtime environment. So for running this file, we are using a command called node. This is how it works, right? So now you can see we have written a small arithmetic like program over there, which has a plus b equal to c, and we are printing the c. So c is 30. So you can write any code except the client side function which JavaScript supports, such as alert. So even if I'm alerting something over here and I'm running this, so it's gonna return me an error that this is not defined because alert is not defined into the runtime environment of the Node.js, right? Because it's on the server side and we can't see the server side. Okay, now you can see we have the main file defined as index.js. Now we'll customize our package.json because I don't want every time to type node then index.js, right? I want this file to run automatically as per our need. So now we are going to remove this script. We'll write this as a start because we want our server to get start. So whenever we are going to run this npm start, so it's gonna run this command node index.js and our server will be going to run, right? See, npm start. So it's running this index.js and right now index.js has nothing, right? But still we'll do a console, right? Console dot log that server is started, right? Like I say, it's printing that server is starting. So if I am printing console dot error, this is an error. So it's printing it as an error in the red line. Same for the warning as well. It's a warning, right? You can see it's into the yellow color. Okay. Uh, and this is server is running, right? So it's again logging over there. This is how you can do the consoling things into this. But in Node.js, there are few things that you will need to understand properly. What are those? Just try to understand, right? Now we have created a Node.js project. So for creating that, first we use a command npm init. So once we have completed we have filled the name, project name, version, description, the main file, the script, everything. So it's gonna create this file. Now in this file, we'll make changes as per our requirement, npm start, dev, or it's totally on us. Then we have index.js. Now in this index.js, we will going will be going to configure our node server, right? So this was a sample uh, program which we have done, the console and the addition of a and b. It was a sample program. But now, what if I want to do the server side operation on this? Okay. So see, you need to understand that what a server is, right? First. So whatever the project you are building on the Node.js, so that will be a web server. What is it? It's a web server or a web application. Okay. This is how you can do it. And with the command which we have written in script that with that you can run this easily. Okay. So yeah, let's move on then. I want to see in the chat box. Are you getting it? The concepts. Mm-hmm. Hey, just type into the chat box. I want to have your engagement, right? If you have any question, then you can even ask directly over here. Okay, cool. So now we are done with this, and we'll now we'll do some other things directly over here, right? Okay. See, now in the index.js, we have to create a Node.js application. For that, we'll follow the official documentation of Node.js directly. So I'll come onto the Node.js website, and as we have to start with very basics, right? Because we have seen some of the things like console and everything. These are the few of the functions which Node.js allows. So in the documentation, they have given everything. Okay. but we want the Node.js simple in this docs. Uses and examples, right? Okay. Now we are going to create a server, right? Directly in HTTP server. So on this documentation, they have been given us a small code snippet, right? So I'll copy this snippet, and now as we are going to create a Node.js server, right? So this is going to start the Node.js server onto this, right? You can see it's printing hello world, right? Directly. So it used the native HTTP module. It's a module, it's a library or dependency, and then it's declared our host name, then the port number, and it started this with a function create server, and it's the response status code is 200, which is returning over there, and it's returning with hello world, and the content type is text plain. So you can see in our inspect network call. So if I'm refreshing this, so the same things are there, right? You can see 200 status code is there, which is responded by the server, which we have created, the node server, and this is the request URL, and this is the host name, and this is the port, right, which where our server is running over there, right? So you can see these are the basic configuration for creating a server, right? These are very basic configuration which has been node provided. But apart from this, there are a lot of things are in Node.js to understand. Okay. So I have a pre-request. If you are like doing side by side programming with me in this, so just make sure that you have installed the Node.js into your systems. Okay. So am I clearly audible? Hello. Okay. Okay. So cool. We just have created the Node.js server right now, but now we'll have a look onto the basics of Node.js, very basics, right? So it was a sample code which we have, which we copied from this. But let's have a look onto the node architecture, right? How it works. So there are very basic things of node architecture which we'll need to understand. So I'll show you the diagram, right? So let me show you this with this, right? So so let's say we have this Node.js server, and your client is sending the request. So first it have the single threaded operational capabilities, and it takes the request, and it takes all the request in a queue, and then the request go to the event loop, and once the request has been fulfilled, right, so then only it returns to the client, right, directly. So it's an async input output operations are there, okay, which is non-blocking input output operations. So this is the basic architecture of a Node.js structure, right? So you can even take the event loop example code from anywhere, from GitHub or anywhere, to just to check this thing in the Node.js. Okay. Now we'll learn about the Node module system. So right now we have just created a console.log and hello world. Okay, so this is just a hello world program. But what if I want to create a application with modules, because Node has a module system in it. So what are the modules? Modules are nothing but the exported functions. Like if we are going to understand the modules, right? Modules in Node.js or something. So let me show you the images. So modules are the function which are exported and can be imported anywhere into your server, right? So these are the Node.js modules. So yeah, we'll create modules for different operations today, and then we'll move ahead. Okay, so I'm going to create a file called math.js. Okay, not math.js. Mm, calculations.js. Okay, so this is our file. Now in this index.js, which is our main file, which is our main server file, we are going to create a module called calculation.js, and we are going to export this module directly and import this module into our index.js and use it. So see how a modules architected around it, right? So yeah, now I'm going to create a function. You know how to create a function in JavaScript, so we are just creating a function. So now in this function, I'm creating a function called addition. So this function will be our addition function. And now in this function, we are going to take two values, num1 and num2. Okay. And we are just doing the addition of this and returning this directly. Okay. So this is our first function. So the calculation is our module and we have this function. And again, we will be having this subtraction function where we are subtracting the num1 and num2 values. And after this, we are going to have a function called multiplication. And now in this, we'll also will again taking the num1 and num2 values and multiplying those values and returning it directly, right? So we have three functions, and I'll also create one more function of division. So this is for division. Num1 and num2 are getting divided, right? So now all of these are functions. Okay. Now we'll make them a modular function. Okay. So we'll use module export. Now in this, we'll write the name of our functions, which is first one is the addition. We are exporting this. Then is second one is the subtraction, division, multiplication, then addition, subtraction, division, multiplication, right? Yeah. Okay, we are done. So we have exported this functions directly. Okay, now we have exported the function. Now the type of JavaScript we are writing over here, it's common JS, not modular JS. It's a common one, right? So we are exporting this module directly, and now we'll import this module over here, right? So I want to do the operations, the addition, multiplication, subtraction. So for that, what was the function name? It was addition, right? So I'll just write addition. So it's asking me to import this or require, like there are there are two methods to import, right? Uh, we'll import this class directly, and we are passing the number, right? So this is gonna return the value into this only. Okay, so we'll need to console this function, and then only we'll be able to figure out our answer, right? So now we can see 1 plus 2 equal to 3. Okay, so this is the answer, right? It still cannot use the okay, it's not import, right? We'll need to use the require. Yeah, it's calculation.js, and from calculation.js we are importing addition. Now you can see the file is returning 3. Okay, which is our answer. The same thing we can do for the subtraction as well. So if I'm importing the function of subtraction 1 and 2 number are I'm passing over there, so this is gonna return the -1, right? Because 1 minus 2. Okay, so now we'll do some other. Okay, 40 minus 20, so it's gonna return us the number 20, right, for subtraction. Now we'll do the multiplication part. So console.log and the multiplication. We'll need to import the multiplication because we have not. Okay, so this is multiplication. The spelling is wrong, but yeah, it's okay. Now I'm multiplying 2 into 3. So this is gonna return 6. So it's returning 6, right? So this is how we can create the modules in Node.js. So in the calculation.js, we have these functions. Okay, these are the modular functions we have. So we have exported these functions and we are importing these functions over here. Okay, and we are loading this module into our program, right? So we can create a function at once and we can use a single function multiple times wherever we need it, like as we did in the component part in React. Hope you all like understood this, right? Okay. Any doubt into this? Like if you have any doubt, then drop into the chat box. I'll answer that. So this is how you can create the module. So we have created this calculation.js and we have created multiple functions of calculation, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and we have exported this function with the syntax module.export. Okay, we can even use a different method where we will be having uh, the modular JS syntax over there, right? This is common JS. We can even define the type of JavaScript we are using as type. So this is common JS or modular JS. So we'll need to define this. If we are using the modular JS, then we'll need to export these modules in a way and import the module without require. So I'll also show you that. So now if I'm export, I'll use this export and I'll just export all of these functions. Now I'll need to import these functions. Okay. So I'll use import and then I'll write the addition and it will automatically gonna do everything, right? And now if I'm running this file, so it's not gonna return me an error. Oh, okay, so it's not returning me an error. So right now we are using the import method. Okay, because the type of or package JavaScript is modular, module JS, not CJS, the common JS. So this is how you can create the modules, right? And you can use it in your file in your index.js, right? So I'm right now for 1 or 2 minutes I'm onto the chat box. So if you have any question, you can ask me over there, or we'll move ahead then. I hope I'm audible again, right? Yeah. So I think a little bit of noise I have in the background, so that's why I turned off my microphone. But it's okay. Okay. So yeah, we are done with our addition, right? Subtraction, multiplication. So all of these with the functions, we have exported all of these functions with the module type of JavaScript as well. So yeah, we are done with this, and this is how you can create different function use anywhere, right? Wherever you want. So this was just a simple thing that you can do. Okay. Now in the Node.js, right? After this, we have some exciting things, right? Which is different modules. Now we'll use the inbuilt modules of Node.js, right? Now, as told you in the beginning of the session, right? That Node.js will be going to Node.js is able to access your native uh, things of your local machine, such as operating system, OS module, path module, file system module, events module, and much more things, right? So now we'll use of OS module, so we can easily access the details of my local machine. Okay, so we'll import the OS module, import OS from OS. So this is the command. So with this command, we can import everything. So now I'll do console.log. So I want to print my operating system name. Okay. So I'll use the os.platform. So it's gonna return me something, right? I'm going to console this. So my platform name is Darwin because it's Mac OS, right? So if I want some other things as well, so you can see in this module we have different functions to just to call out. Let me show you. Okay. So where it is OS platform we have, then version. Okay, so this is version. So let's check the version of uh okay, so we need to run this, right? And you can see it's written the whole full version of my system. Okay, so the kernel version is there, the time of this there. Okay, then the root and everything. Okay, so it's ARM 64. It's written that, then dot user name. So let me show you 1 minute. What are the functions we can access? A lot of things are there. Like, okay, so specifically, if I just want my operating system name, so I can even take that. And apart from that, if I want something else, okay, such as the time or any other thing of my local machine, so we can do that, and we can import or use the functions, right, directly. Okay, so this was about the OS module, and this is not just the only one module. There are different modules are there. So if I am using the user info function, so it's gonna return me my information. This is the user ID in my Mac system. This is the ID, and then the username is this. Home directory is this, and this is the shell, right? Uh, okay, so this was all about the. Is my screen is visible to you right now? Is that clear? Okay, cool. Okay, it's okay. Yeah, cool. So recently we have seen, please check your internet connection then. Recently we have seen the user info, right? So it's returning my user info. Let me show you the same user info I have. So this is the username of this, and this is the home directory where we have users. Okay. And there are some other things as well, right? It's returning. Okay. So this is how you can access the basic mod like the things which of your like operating system. And apart from this, we also have another module called file system module. Okay, so we can import fs. Okay, fs from file system, and we can do some of the operations with file system directly. So if I'm using fs, and then I can directly create a user or something this, uh, but we want to console, like we want to, I want to create a file directly into this folder with the help of this fs module, right? So an example is there given onto the Node.js official website to create a file or to write a file directly. So you can see, uh, mm, so this is about like, okay. So we'll go to docs, we'll check the file system module. Yeah, this is the file system module, and we'll take an example from this directly. So yeah, as I said, we have to create a file with the help of this. So for that, we'll do one thing only. Uh, we can even write or like open any file directly with this, but okay. So we'll do one thing. We'll directly write. Okay, create a file, name my file one text. Okay, so this will be going to create a file into this file system. The file name will be my new file one. Okay, so I'll change the name. This will be node file dot txt. Okay, so this file has the content of hello content, and this is gonna create a file. Once the file is created, it will console saved. Okay, so let's check. Okay, I'm running this server, and you can see it's consoling that it's saved, right? And you can even see there's a new file got created over here, right? Okay, so this is node file. So we can even create any file into the node server directly with the file system module, and we can even access any file with the file system module in the node.js. You got this. Any doubt into this? Okay. So yeah, this is how we can create a file. We can even read a file directly. So let me show you how we can read it, right? So in this index.js, I want to read the calculation.js. Okay, so I'll use the fs dot read read file, and we want to read a file called calculation.js. Calculation.js. Okay, so this file I want to read, and I'll do one thing. Wait a minute. Okay, allow me some time. Okay. Okay, I'm going to share my screen again when I found that you guys are having issues, right? I think it's visible, right? 1 minute. 1 minute, 1 minute. I'm sharing the screen again. Yeah, I think it's visible. Okay. So what we were doing, okay, we were trying to read this file calculation.js. Okay. So once the file is loaded, we want this file to get console, right? So this should have to be written into this console directly. So I'll clear the console and we'll start the server directly. Okay. So this, I'm starting this server. So you can see now we are able to see the file into the buffer, right? But we want the data not into the buffer, right? We want the proper data, right? Just to read it, right? So I'll write a function to read a file. uh, read the file and return the content. We want the file okay, fs. We want the file directly, which is our calculation.js. Calculation.js. So this is the file which I want to read, right? I'll start the server. You can see once I started the server, the file content has been got written into the console directly. Okay, so I'm able to read the file directly. So this is the content where we have addition functions. We are able to read this function directly into the console as well. So in these Node.js, that this is how you can read the file, or I'll show you an example to write a file directly. So if I want to create a file into the Node.js, uh, okay, so into the Node.js, so I'll write the fs dot then write, and in this like we are going to use the write file function directly, and this will be gonna write a new file whatever needed, right? So this is how you can use the file system module as well. Right now we have seen the operating system module and file system module. Both are the modules are the native local machines modules where we can access the files and the operating system data directly into the Node.js server. So I'm again going to repeat one thing that for creating a Node.js server, uh, you'll need to use a command called npm init, which is going to initialize your Node.js project. Then you will be going to create a file called index.js, right? So this is how I did, right? So we have created this file, new file.txt, right? Now I want to update this file. Okay, now I want to update the content of this file. Okay, so here we have written the file content as hello content. Okay, now I want to change the name of content from hello to hello world. Okay, so for that we'll do one thing. Okay, what that is, we'll update the file, right? So we want to update the file with the new content. So for that we directly uh, use the function of write file sync. Okay, so this is going to change something. So we want to update the file called node file dot txt. Okay, so let's run this Node.js project again. So once we are done with this, if I got an error, so it will return an error directly. Otherwise, we are going to close this file. So now it's saying your file has been got updated. Okay, so but it's created a new file, but we want the node file dot txt. Okay, so we want to update this. See, we have this hello content. Okay, I want to update this content from hello content to hello world, right? I'm going to update this file, and you can see now it's hello world, right? I've not written this, but it's automatically done by the system itself only because of that file system module. Hope you got it right. Any question? If you have any question, then drop it into the chat box directly, so I'll be able to answer that. Yeah, but this is how we can write the files. So yeah, now we have seen the file system module as well. These are the native modules of uh, our system which we use in Node.js for basic operations. Okay, so let's move ahead with some of other things, right? Now in the Node.js, till now we have seen module and many other things. But yeah, for now we are looking onto the events module. The events module, okay. So each module has its different use cases. So file system module is used to access the file system and manipulate and modify the data in any file or anything, right? So for event, right? Event. So for this, like we specifically track the events or the process which are running into the Node.js, right? So if I want that to create a new instance, okay, uh, so I'll be directly using this function, event emitter and all. So this will be going to do that. Okay, so you can see right now if I want this particular system to just to use, right, the particular event, so it's gonna create that as well. So this is how the modules are there, but these were the no the native modules: file system, operating OS, FS. So these were the native modules. But in the start of the session, I have shown you the npm, right? So this is npm. So specifically, npm is the Node Package Manager. So it allows us to download and install any third-party packages into our application. So we will do one of that today. Okay, so I'll do one thing: cat names. So this is a package which is going to return the cat names, random cats names, okay, from this package. So we are going to use this. So for using this, we copy this command directly. We'll come over here and come to our terminal. I'll clear the terminal. Now paste the command. So it's gonna install this dependency, and now it's going to manage by the package manager. So the name of this dependency is written over here into the dependencies. Okay, so there are two types of dependencies are there: dev dependencies and directly dependencies. So dev dependencies are used into the developer environment or in the time of deployment. But yeah, so right now we have installed this cat name. So this is the version of this package, and now in our folder we have seen the new folder has been got created, which is node modules, right? Okay, allow me some time. Okay, okay, cool. So I have installed a cat names module. So on the npm website, we can see how to use this package. Okay, so if I am using this random cat name, so it's gonna return any random cat name into the console. So we'll use this directly into our index.js, uh, or we'll create a module, or we can even use it directly. Okay, so I'll import this. What is the command to import? Okay, so import cat names and random cat names from cat names. So we'll use the command. So I have used the command cat names and random cat names. Now I want console.log to just to mm, like, okay, so we want this random cat name function directly. Okay, yeah. So on every start, right, it should return us a name, right? Okay, npm start. So you can see there's snowball is there, right? The first name it shows the snowball. Now what we'll do, we'll run a set interval function, right? As we did yesterday. Okay, set interval. Okay, so now we'll do one thing. We'll write a file name. So in that file name, on every 1 second, it will gonna write a cat name into the file automatically. Okay, so this is the function. There will be a new file will be going to get created, cat name cats.txt, and we are going to run this function directly. And npm start, it's running over there, and you can see uh, once the cat has been like, it's going to take random, right? 1 minute. So there is a cat.txt, and you can see numbers are getting written over, names are getting written over there, right? Automatically. Okay. Okay, so it's 25 right now. I'll come back to that file again. Now you can see there are 30, 32. Okay, so it's automatically adding 1, 2, 3 on every second. It's updating the file automatically, right? And every second. So this is adding multiple names of cat, names of cat automatically into this file. You can see now it's 48, right? So what we did, we have used the module or the API or the package which is cat names. We have installed this package into our Node.js project, and it's automatically adding the name of the cats. the random name of the cats into the cat docs.txt. We can even do the same thing. We can console this names automatically instead of writing into an a. Okay, so we'll console this, right? I'll clear this console. Oh, sorry, I'll stop this server and I'll clear this console. Okay, now I'll start the server. You can see right now it's printing a name on every second, right? Because we are using a function called set interval, and the interval is of 1 second. So on every second, it's writing a new name, right? Is it cool? Because we are using a package, right? So if it is cool, then I want to see your reaction into the chat box directly. So just show your reactions. Okay, so is it cool, right? Till then, I have my coffee, right? Okay, so yeah, now we used the package, which is package we have used directly from the npm package manager. We have installed this, and you can see there is a folder got created, node underscore module, and it has the different folders. Okay, so now in this, they have the name of cats written inside of this, and this function or whatever it is, like it's using it's directly uh, choosing the random from that JSON file and uh, like returning to us. It's a simple package which we are using right now from the npm package manager. So this is how we can do, right? We can even do this thing for our own self as well. Right now, I don't want the cat names. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll create our own pack module. Okay, so we'll create our own module, which will be the okay, fruits module. Okay, it will gonna return the fruits name, right? So I'll okay, okay, fruits.js. So this is our module. This is our file name, and I'll create a variable const. Now in this, I'll be going to have a array. Sorry, const fruits, and this will be the array name, and I'm going to have all of these different fruit name inside of this, right? I want more, so kiwi. Okay, I usually use the copilot just to write some things. Okay, so yeah, this is we have this array, and now I want this names to be get exported directly into a module. Look, so I'll create a function get fruits. So this is our module, and it's gonna return a random uh, name, right? So I'll write a function random fruit name. So it's gonna return this. So we'll export this function directly from here, export and get fruits. So this will be let random fruit. Okay, so this will be a variable, and now it's returning something, right? So it's will be the inline variable directly. So this is get fruit and it's exported, and let's import this directly over here. I want this. Now it's imported to get fruits. Let's start the server. So is it array? We will need to console this, right? We have not consoled it right yet. So I'll write console dot log get fruits. I'll clear the screen first. Now we are consoling. You can see the names are being written right randomly. Apple, mango, grapes. It will be a random loop continuously, right? Okay. It's not gonna stop until and unless I'm not stopping the server. Okay. Isn't it cool? Celeb. Okay. NPM and NPM packages. Okay. So as told you, the NPM is the node package manager. So a lot of developers create their own packages as per their needs and as per their use. and they publish those packages on npm.js website, and they publish there. And the developer like us, if we needed any package, uh, uh, is is for our need, so we'll directly install that package and use in our application directly, right? This is how it works. So right now we had installed that cat one, right? And right now I have created my own package, which is fruits, right? So it's returning the fruits in the random function. So because of that, we have also in the index.js, it's returning, or it's consoling it on every single second. It's returning the name of the fruits directly, right? So this is how it works. I hope all of you understood, right? Got it? Okay. So till now we have seen a lot of things into this, but there's one more important thing is, now you might have observed one thing. Every time I'm starting the server, when I'm saving the file, I'm starting the server. Every time I'm starting the server. So there's a package called uh, NodeMon. Okay. So NodeMon. So there's a package called NodeMon is there. This package is used to continuously run the server when we are saving the file. Okay, so we'll need to use the nodemon, we'll need to install the nodemon, so we can install it directly. I'll clear the screen, I'll paste the command npm install or npm I nodemon, so it's gonna get installed directly. So yeah, it's installed. And in the package.js, now I'm going to make some changes. Now I'm going to remove the node from here, and I'll write nodemon. Okay, so now if I'm writing nodemon, I'll start the server again. Now you can see there are some changes are there, right? It started the application, and it's gonna continuously run, right? It's not gonna stop the server. If I even if I'm changing something, if I have removed something and I've saved, so it's automatically restarting the server, right? So with the help of that package of nodemon, we can automatically restart the server. We don't need to uh, like start the server again and again by typing npm start. Okay, so this is an advantage we have. So now everything will be like saved and managed by the nodemon directly, right? It's restarting whenever we are changing something, anything. So if I am right console, if I'm doing console.log and get fruits or something, so it's gonna do that thing, right, automatically. So if I'm again changing something and saving, so it's again doing some changes, right? Okay, so this is how it works. So today we have seen that it's to create a module and how we can uh, create a file and all. Okay. So apart from that, we'll also explore some of the new things into the packages, right? And right now we have installed the nodemon. We can install any other package as well. The package such as, okay, I want the country list, okay, or the city list. Country list. Okay. So this is a package is there. So it returns the country list, I think. Yeah. Country list, continents and data. Okay, so it returns in the format of, okay, this is the structure they have. So if we want this data, right, so we can do one thing. We can import something like this, get country code, country data with code. Okay, okay, yeah, let's install this and use this, right? It's being a little bit interesting, right? So yeah, I'm stopping the server, I'm clearing the screen, the terminal. I'm going to install this directly. Now it's installed. Yeah. Now we'll be going to use this. We want the get emoji flag or something. No, we'll import this directly. And once we are done with this import, I'm going to return something. So let's console the country data. So it's gonna return the USA data, right? So I'm going to start the server. And you can see it's returning the data of USA. If I'm changing the ISO code to IN, so it's gonna return India, right? So this is the native name, Bharat. Then name, the phone code, capital, currency, languages, ISO 1, ISO 2, ISO 3. Okay. if I want UAE, which is United Arab Emirates, right? So they don't have a lot of things about it, but Oman, OM. So yeah, it's written about the Oman, the capital of it. Okay, so can you imagine like how we don't even need to go to Google and like have any like in our server we can directly have the world's data into a single package, right? So let's say if I want the flag of any country, okay, so I'll directly use const uh, country flag, and we want this country flag in our console. You can see it's returning the USA flag, okay, here, right? It's a USA flag. Yeah, let's have that India flag, okay. So IN, so it's returning our Indian flag. Is it cool? So in our websites, in our web server, we can use this data without like without adding this much of data in our database and all. We can use the packages directly, right? So let's have a look onto the another one. As I want the country data list, so we have seen, right? Country code, country data, the emoji flag we have did. We are done with that. So now we'll use another one. Mm, the country data list. Okay, we'll use the country data list first, and this will pass the ISO. Okay. See. What's it's returning, right? It's returning all the countries around. Okay, so we don't need to pass anything. It's directly gonna do that. So all the countries are listed into this single function, right? So there are 150 plus like countries in this data have. Now what we'll do, we'll create a JSON file and we'll save this data into the JSON file. Okay. So I'll remove all of these files which we have created earlier, and we'll use the file system module to do this, right? So see, uh, we'll use fs dot, what we want is to write the file. So what we'll do, country.json.data. So it's all gonna write into this file automatically. Okay, so whatever the countries are there, those all will be gonna return. So you can see there is something happening over there, right? So it's returning the data into the country data.json. So we are taking the data and we are creating a file and we are saving the whole data of the country inside of that file only, right? So yeah, now I'll stop the server. Now you can see there's a one country data.json has been got created. Now into this file, there are all the country data has been got imported, right? Is it cool? I want to see your reactions right now onto the chat box, right? Hmm? This is how things works, right? You can see right now I've stopped the server, so it just took very less data, like only the country Zimbabwe. Okay, so this is the last country which we stopped our server. But yeah, this is how you can do. Okay, this is how we can write files. Okay, I for writing for creating this country.json file, I have not taken a lot of efforts, right? There's only one single line of function written into the Node.js, and this is creating the whole country database for me. Okay, we can do it with anything, right? There are very many different packages are there. So if I want a package for time, so let me check whether it is something is there for time. Okay, this is for time zone converter, right? So we are okay. So we'll change our time. We'll create a world clock right now into our node server. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna use this. Yeah, we are going to remove this functions. and the imports. Yeah. So you can see in the package.json uh, there are three dependencies right now we have installed: cat names, country list, and node mod. Okay. Now install again one more library into this, which will be the npmi time zone converter. So let's see how we can use it. We can directly use this date time converter function, and we can pass the date, and we can even pass from which is the time zone to the time zone. If it is IST or something, we can do this right directly. So yeah, let's do it. I'll copy the code from the node npm, right? We just want this, otherwise everything will be get covered over there. And we'll go to the index.js, and we want to import this, and now it's imported from this. It is time zone converter, right? We want this. Okay, so let's run this first. Oh, sorry, let's clear this first, and in pm start. You can see did something right. Converted times for all time zones. It converted time zone for all time zones. Okay, time zones, right? In this format, we are starting from year, so you can see there is year, month, and the date, and then the time, right? Uh, in the format of 24 hours, right? And this is for UTC. If I just want the time zone IST, right, which is Indian time zone, standard time zone. Okay, so I'm saving this. It has some of the issues into this, right? You know, the package is a little bit decrypted, I think. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, now you can see I'm going to restart the server by clearing this site, npm start. So in the Indian time zone, which is IST, I think, where we have the IST, it's not returning something because the time zone is not IST. We need IST. Let's refresh this. I don't know what the package. I think there is a problem in the package. I don't know why it's not converting the time zone. Convert to all time zones, but I don't know how many functions they have. Let's check. They have time zone converter, and this in convert time zone first. Convert to all time zone is there. Okay, only two functions are there. Okay, so we'll use to convert to time zone only. Okay, we'll use this only. Convert to time zone from this America US to we'll we'll take the Indian. Okay, India Kolkata is there. I think India Kolkata. Hey, I think they don't have this in this, right? Yeah, this is Asia Kolkata. Okay, so this in this time zone we want to change the time. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Now you can see the time is converted to Asia Kolkata. Okay, so it's working right now. We have changed the function, and it's working right now. So you can see. So if I am so what is the time right now? We'll take the current time only directly. Uh, date dot to local. Let's print what the current time is first. Console dot log current time. So the current time is in the date time dot now, but yeah, we'll change this and we'll use it as new object, right? So yeah, this is the current time, and we want this time to local date string. So it's gonna return the date directly. And if we want the time only, so we'll be needing the uh, it's 9. Okay. So we'll do one thing. We'll create a variable called date and we'll create a variable called time. Okay. So const, this is for date. Okay. So in this date time string, we'll be just only having that only. Okay. So we are consoling this first. So let's see in the date time, we are having this. Okay. We don't want this. So I'll tell you. So it's gonna remove that as well. So this is go. So yeah, as we were doing earlier, so we'll need to do that only, right? This is time string, and we'll be needing date string differently, right? So we'll create a const variable date string, and this will be having date string, right? And to local time string, or we'll do this to local date string. So yeah, I'll remove both of these things, and now we'll do one thing. So in the current time, it's just gonna return the current time, and in the current date, it's gonna just gonna return that one, right? So we'll create one more variable const equal to time in date. We want both of these together. Uh, as we have seen into this package, right? They have something like this. There's a little bit of space between that. Then they have that, right? So we'll do and we'll use this log, and now we'll pass this. They have a format. I use a format. Okay, it's okay. So I want this time to be in New York first. We want this time to change in New York, and this to be Asia and Kolkata, because our current time is Asia Kolkata right now. So you can see what's the time right now? It's 7:18, right? So if it is 7:18 p.m. in India, so the time will be in New York, America will be 9:48. Okay, September 9:48 in the morning, right? Let's check in the clock. Let me show you the world clock right now. So in US, maybe here, I need to add US, right? New York. Yeah. So you can see it's 9:49 p.m. AM. So it's showing the current time, right? So let's restart the server again. You can see it's showing 9:49. It's 24 seconds. So we have just created a world clock, right? Did you get it? How we did it? I want to see your reactions, right? We installed a package and we have uh, used our datetime string and pass the datetime string into our the convert time zone function. So from this is our current time zone, Kolkata, to we are changing the time zone to New York in this format. So with this function, it's converting the time directly, right? Because as we have 7:20 in India, so in the USA, the current time will be 9:50. You can see it's 9:15 to the US in New York. That's all. This is how you can do. It's very simple. I want to see your reactions, right? If you have any questions, I hope all of you understood how we are doing this, how we are installing the packages, how we are doing it, right? So till now we have seen modules and the time zones and all. We have used the packages like for cats, fruits. We have also created our fruit module. Okay. So yeah, this is how uh, we can do a lot of things in Node.js. This is just a start. We have more 2 days remaining to explore the Node.js with MongoDB and Express server. So we have seen the calculation, fruits, index, and all. We can also have multiple packages we can explore. So if you have any idea, that drop into the chat box so we can do that as well. So now let's do one thing. We'll create a file. Not file. Okay, we'll create a HTTP server now. You know what is a HTTP server? It's a web server. So we'll use the HTTP module, and which module have word clock in it. What? Word clock in it. Okay, so yeah, we'll do that. Now I'm gonna write a comment HTTP server with returning all time zones, converted time, converted time for given time zone to the zones given in array. Okay. So now we'll create an array const zone zones. So we have we'll take America, Europe, London, and the last one is our current India, Asia, Kolkata, right? Asia, Kolkata, this one. So we have 4 clocks. So we're gonna create the server in 4 clocks. Okay. So import what we want is HTTP from HTTP. Yes. Now we're gonna create HTTP.create server, and okay, first it's directly going to we want this server to run on port 3000, and if it's running, then it should return that server is running on 3000, right? I think there is a mistake. Okay, so we have forgot of, it's already in use, so we'll use 3001. So this server will use. Okay, now you can see, so it's converting the time to New York, which is 9:54, and it's also returning other time zones. Will time have? Let's figure out. I'll check Oman, Muscat. So this is Muscat, Oman. So what's the time right now? Is 7:54, 17:54 over there. Means okay. So let's check into the world clock. So in the world clock, we'll find Muscat. Muscat. Yeah, you can see it's 5:55 p.m. Okay, the same time we have over here, right? There's a difference of 1 minute because it took 1 minute to just to figure out, right? So as we have in the array, we don't want all of these time zones, but we want only 4 or 5 time zones only. Okay, So what we'll do, we don't want this in JSON. We want this in a proper HTML page. So I'll write a comment, design. We're going to design an HTML page only directly. We start. Text HTML. So I can see. So as we have the time zones in this world clock right now. So if I'm refreshing this, it's not refreshing the time, but yeah, still you can see in the America it's 9:56 right now. It is 9:56. In the Europe it's that. In the Kolkata it's the current time we have 7:26, right? So this is the converter we have created right now in just a moment. It's a world clock. Is it interesting? I want to see your reactions over there in the chat box directly. So yo, this is how you can do. It's very simple. In the Node.js, you just import the package and do the things, right? So if I want this function to run on every second it to reload or something, right? So we can do one thing. Wait a minute. We can take all of this in a set interval, right? Set interval. Sorry. And this we can put everything with a time of 1 second, and yeah, refresh. It should change the time on every second, what I know. But what's happening over here, right? I don't. Let me check. If I'm refreshing the server, it's not returning anything. Okay. I don't want this into this. This one as well. On every second, it should reload the page, I think. Hmm. The server has been got crashed. But yeah, still tomorrow we'll do a lot of things into this. But yeah, this is something we can do a lot of experiment with the Node.js. So for you all, like I want to tell you, like it's very simple, right? To do. We'll do one thing. I'll just take this out of this, right? And I want this interval to happen over here, right? Just to reload the server again and again. Start it, bro. npm start. A lot of things are there which are need to be understood, right? But yeah, it's simple thing. It's a simple thing which we can do. Yeah. So this is how it works, right? The packages and the modules into the Node.js, right? If you have any doubt, you can ask me right now. So I'll be able to answer you. So yeah, we have seen the OS module in Node.js. We have seen the file system module in Node.js directly. We have also seen different and many things into this. But yes, a lot of things are there which are need to be covered, right? We can even create an API, right? Which is just gonna return this the time zone in a format. So you can see if I am doing this right, server.listen, it's gonna return something, right? One localhost 300. What's the port address? Is 3000, right? It's already in use, right? Oh, use 3001. Yeah, you can see now we have the JSON, right? Once I am refreshing this, it's also gonna change the time because the time we are going to take it's from the current time, because if the time is getting changed, right, it's also going to change the time right now, the time zone. So this is how we can do a lot of things with the packages, different packages. So for the packages, you just come to npm.js and you can explore a lot of things. Just imagine uh, we have in a package called mm, user. We can have multiple SDKs and packages around us, but for example, we can even do jokes. Joke generator, yeah, this one. It seems to be funny, right? So we'll install the joke generator into our node system. We'll install this joke generator into our node server, and we'll do all the things over here directly. So it got installed. So let's see where is the node joke generator. Yeah, this is what it has. Okay, so it's returning directly just the function name. Okay, joke generator. Now we'll do one thing. We'll return the joke into our server, right? But not in server, into the console directly. We don't want the HTTP server now. I'm also gonna remove this date time thing. Everything I have removed. Now only we'll use this joke generator, right? So I'm gonna import this. So if we got the joke, so I want this joke to be console, right? Console into the log. So what I'll do, I'll write a set interval, and I want this function to be run right on every 1 second. It will generate a joke on every second. So you can see it's generating a joke. So all of these are the jokes in English, right? A programmer puts everything who's there, and yeah. So these are the jokes it's generating into that. Okay. So I will also do, I'll divide, like I'll add a divider between a single joke because we are not able to figure out. What I'll do is console, I'll add lines like this. Okay. So for every joke, it's gonna take 2 lines between it, right? You can see. Is that visible? So this is how it works. Very easy. Node.js is very easy to understand and learn to and use, and it's very funny as well because we can do a lot of things inside of it directly. It's very interesting. I hope you got the concept and you understood everything, right? Any question? Anything? Am I audible? Hello. So this is how it works, right? Very simple. So we just installed a package and we have used that package, and that package was printing a joke on every single 1 second. Okay. So from tomorrow we'll learn Express and MongoDB for next 2 days. So today we have seen very basic fundamentals of Node.js, the modules in Node.js and the basics modules in Node.js. So I want your questions in the chat box if you have any question directly. So you just tell me your question. So I can answer you directly over there. Do you have any question? Okay. So for today we are done with our like work which we are trying to do in Node.js. So if you have any questions, I am onto the screen right now, so I will answer your question over there directly. Okay. So from tomorrow, I think I want more strength in this like lecture. I think that will be a very good thing. Okay. How many of you have installed the Node.js today then into your systems? Okay. So see, this is the package.json where we do have the configuration of our Node.js project. So I'm going to revise and recap everything what we did today. So first, to create a Node.js project, we have created a directory or project, and in that project directory, we did npm init command, npm init. So in this command, it will ask if it is now if it already is a Node.js project. So if it is not a project, then it will ask you the package name. Then you write the package name. Then it will ask you the description, version, the main file, the scripts, and the keyword of your project and your name, the license or the dependencies. Dependencies will need to install, right? So this is everything you have in your project. So we're going to get configured with this package.json file, and in this package log.json file, in this log file, the modules, the node modules which has been got installed with the libraries and the dependencies will like the other like external things and the registry things are being going to get listed over here directly. It's an auto-generated file by the system, and in the index.js, it is a main server file. We can even write it as server.js. So this was a fruit model where we have created a function, and we exported the function directly to just to return a random fruit name. And this is the country.json file which we return this file automatically with the help of our server, and we directly took this as like, okay, so this was very simple to complete and do. Okay, so there was only a single function, files is fs dot write file or something we used, and we have written this file. Okay, then we also created these modules: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Okay, so these were the modules where I'm done with this, right? Okay, export fed all of these functions directly over there, right? And this is how we work into the Node.js. So first important thing is the installing the project, and then creating the server file and index file and all. And with that particular file, we also create the modules, right? Into that directly, and it's very easy, or like it's very simple to just to create the module as I've shown you. You are like very very simple just to create that directly into that Node.js project, right? So it's very simple. I want to show you again few things, right? Okay. So once you are using any module into your project, right? You're using any module or uh, any function module function into your project, so it's gonna change its color, right? Let me show you. So I'm using this id. In this id it happens, right? So I'm coming on to this index.js file, and I'm going to use all of these module functions which we have created. Okay, so first I'm going to revise everything. So first we log the hello world. So um, okay, so hello world, and in this hello world it's gonna print a hello world, right? So after that we did console dot log addition. We'll do an addition, right? So now we'll pass 1 and 2. It will gonna return 3, and 1 minus 2 it's gonna return minus 1. We'll do a multiplication. Okay, we'll do a division, right? It's not gonna return an error. It's gonna return 2 on the 2. It's 2, right? It's got 2 divided by 2 0.5. Okay, so these are the mathematical operation we have created in that module, and we have also we'll also use the another module function which is country, right? Get country data. So now we'll print the country data for India. Console dot log country data for India only. So I want IN. So this will be gonna return the Indian country data. Then we are going to print our country emoji. Okay, console.log get country get emoji flag. So we want this India. This will be print USA, and this will be gonna print UK, and this will be gonna print China. So after this, we'll also do one more thing, console.log, as we have installed the cat name, right? Log cat names random. So this will gonna return a random cat name. Okay. Also we have another package we installed, right? What we had installed, let me check. Joke generator. So joke generator will also print once. Okay, console.log joke. I'll print the name of that function which we had. This is joke generator. I'll import this. Now after this we'll do one thing. Yeah, we'll again console.log. Now as we have the time, right? Convert time zone. So we'll change the time zone from Asia Kolkata, which is our Indian time zone, from to uh, we want it's to America US, right? America New York. So this is what I'm gonna change, and the format of the time zone will be year, then month, then day. I want this, right, the format. So we just take this format from the package itself, only 1 minute. Where is the time converter format? Okay, so this is the readme.js. Okay, so this format you want, I'll copy this format and I'll paste it over here directly. So we are done with this. Now cat. So this random cat name function is there. Okay, so I'm going to remove this console from here. Now we have used all of these things which we did today. So you can see we have the console first is still gonna console.log hello world, then 3 minus 1 2 0.5, then it will gonna return Indian data, flags, then a random cat name, then a joke. After that it will gonna return the time of USA right now. So let's see. I'm going to restart the server again. Okay, I'll clear the screen and I'm gonna restart the server again. So you can see it did, right? So first the hello world is there, then 3, then -1, then 2, 0, 1, 5. So these are all the mathematical operation we did. Then we have printed the data of Indian country with the package. Then we printed all of the flags of the country. Okay, then we have printed a random cat name. Then we have this is the current time zone or time of USA, which is 10:16. So let's have a look. This is 10:16, which is the current time of USA, and there is one joke printed over here, and that's all. We did our work, right? So this is all we did in today. All we did today, right? So all of you, I think, got this today's workshop useful, right? So I wanna see your reactions over here right now, just right now. Okay. Any doubt? Any doubt you have? Just type in the chat box. Come on to the chat box. Hello. Okay. So this is all we did today. And tomorrow we'll start with Express server. And in that Express server, we'll learn like how to connect database of MongoDB and how we can create REST APIs and show the data in different REST APIs and different method of APIs, different HTTP modules, methods. Okay. So I'm going to share all of this code once we are done with the full workshop, right? So this is specifically this is very interesting packages we installed today, and it's I think hope you all got to know a lot of things right about Node.js. So yeah, cool. So I want you again to see you again tomorrow, same workshop, right? So I really want your questions or your feedback into this chat box directly if you have anything to share with me. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to stop my screen share. If you have any question, you can just ask me right now. Okay, I want to see your excitement for Express. So just type Express into the chat box and see you tomorrow. Then just type Express before leaving the meeting and the workshop. Express, everyone just type Express and show your reactions into the chat box directly. It was an amazing session today. I think, and all of you learned a lot of things today, right? Just type Express into the chat box. Okay. Have a good night to everyone. Thank you so much for joining. It was uh, a pleasure to teach you all today. So see you tomorrow again on the same time, same YouTube live. Okay. Have a good day. Bye.